We had pretty dismal IIP numbers, industrial production numbers, and there were serious concerns for companies like yours about the actual business environment. How is it on the ground? Are you facing a squeeze because input costs are going up? There doesn't seem to be enough capacity build-up or outlays out there. What is the picture looking like to you?
Yeah, good morning. The input costs increase is clearly a worry for everybody in the user industry, and the input cost increase affects all of us. It affects the cost of our raw materials that we buy for our generation, transmission and distribution businesses. However, our plans so far are all on track. We are going ahead with all our power projects, transmission projects, distribution projects, and being healthily financed in terms of equity and very strong balance sheets. We, at least at our level at Reliance Infrastructure, are not facing problem in terms of raising debt for the projects. But the numbers are concerning for the country as a whole, where industrial growth has come down sharply over the last 6 months.
Sure. Just hang on to the thought, Mr. Jalan. Some more flashes coming out on ArcelorMittal. I wonder if that's having an impact on some of these steel prices. They're saying that they continue to see strong demand for steel and a healthy pricing environment. That's something that domestic steel producers will be watching very carefully on the global front. And the reason why Hindalco and Nalco are up today is because the LME prices reflected on some of their raw materials are continuing to fall. So that's what's happening on the metals front globally. Mr. Jalan, currently what is the cost of raw materials to you as a percentage of your sales, and how big of a threat is that in FY09 and the consequent impact that it could have on your margins?
See, for each of our businesses, the cost of raw material is different. So like for our distribution business, where our top line is the amount of electricity sales that we do, our biggest cost is the cost of power that we buy, and that comprises almost 70% of our top line. But in case of transmission business, our cost of raw material is actually the capital cost that we put in. After that, the raw material cost is zero. It is just a minor O&M cost. And in our generation business, again, it is the increasing cost of equipment can have an impact on our fixed cost. But it does push everything up.
Right. That's true to most companies, Mr. Jalan, but let's break it down. Your own business, 63% of your revenue comes from power and about 37% from EPC. Let's start with the power side. A lot depends on your, the case that is going on as far as, piping the gas from the KG Basin is concerned for RNRL, and then hence your power projects. What is the status on that? I know it is sub judice to talk about it, but what is your internal target? Because your projects like Dadri have not yet reached even financial closure at this point.
Yeah, see, because to get financial closure, you need a bankable commercial gas supply contract. However, if you look at our total portfolio of 28,000 megawatts, the gas, there are 2 gas projects totaling to 10,000, but the balance 18,000 are coal-based and are hydro-based, predominantly being coal-based. And these coal-based projects have the requisite land and have the requisite fuel tied up. And these projects are already at various levels of execution. The 2 gas-based projects, clearly, the moment the gas contract is resolved, which we are very hopeful for, we will do the financial closure and start the build-out of the project.